I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Oh no, the world ended.
Uh-oh.
Now we have to live in a dome underground with a bunch of really hot, like 22-year-olds.
I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, it could be worse. It's not that bad, right?
All right, guys, you get it. We're already going into it. Those are good days. Those are days you know that we're already having fun before we start. Maybe too much fun, maybe not. I don't know.
There's no such thing as too much fun.
The beauty and the mystery here is you'll never know.
The whole point
you don't know how
of our utopian dome is that we live in pleasure and we want for nothing.
Well, I was just.
But I'm gonna blow your head off when you're 30.
Well, I was just meaning they don't know how quickly we started drinking before this started. That's I was meaning more outside universe in real life.
I was keeping it kayfabe, man.
I know you were. I was too, but outside of this episode, I was more in full podcast. Kayfabe,
full podcast kayfabe, not movie kayfabe.
Not this specific episodes. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
I got it. I'm smart.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. Catching what I'm throwing. I got you.
It's good because I'm a terrible catch. All right, enough puns. Let's get into this.
So you guys know we've already made the slight allusions. You clicked on the picture. You know what you're here for. We hope.
Yeah.
We hope you. If not, surprise.
Barring the random, like YouTube just sending you to a next video and we just show up.
And we're just already talking.
And you're like,
so you don't know.
What the fuck? Who are these guys? We're awesome. Stick around.
So this time we are doing Logan's Run.
Yeah.
It's a great movie, fun movie.
Classic movie.
Before we start talking about the movie though, Bo, what are we drinking?
We're going to be drinking some Cave Run lager.
From down home.
Down home. Our own Sawstone Brewing Company.
Backyard stomping ground.
It's a mile away. We could walk.
Well, both the brewery and the namesake of
and the
Cave
lake,
Run.
Right?
Yeah, all of this is like...
Logan's going to run. We're going to run. Let's all have a good run.
Caves are
good cave run. There's caves in this movie too. They run through caves.
They run through them.
It all fucking tracks. I swear.
This is one of our multi-layered connections. Unintentional, but multi-layered connections.
All right, it's an excuse to promote our local brewery.
We love them.
What do you want from us?
Again, you guys at home, unless you're a Patreon, you can't tell, but we always do this when we have our Sawstone because normally. Plain glasses.
Yeah.
Nothing special. At some point...
Literally blank. They're just
at some point,
glass.
We're thinking we might make ourselves...
Yeah, right? With our logo, with the rat on it.
Yeah, but
that'd be cool.
Until then, plain. Just so that way we're not, getting in trouble for any kind of random...
big Guinness
we're taking a
logo
big
on the
drink
front of it.
and, a logo hits the screen for too long.
We didn't sponsor you. Oh, man, fuck off.
But when we do these, we can't help ourselves because I've got a glass that every year on the anniversary, they give a free glass to all their patrons.
And they're awesome.
And
they're really cool.
Me and Bo have our selection. Anytime we've done a Sawstone, I always open up the cabinet just like...
Which one?
Choose your weapon.
No, you got to do it like the Mortal Kombat. Choose your weapon. Fatality.
But so, yeah, we get to enjoy this. We get to enjoy special glasses. We get to really promote them and enjoy them, and it's great.
In its fullness.
This is a great beer. I'm enjoying it so far.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike a lot of beers, also when we do theirs, we have usually gotten a chance to try it before we do an episode. Because most of these, we've had to travel to pick up. And so it's usually it goes into the cabinet and it's like sacred beer.
It's don't look at it until it is time.
No, Bo and I have had family functions. People come in and they're like, you guys got anything to drink in the house? And I have to look at them and be like,
no.
Plenty, but not that we can touch.
Just none. Don't worry about it. What's this? It's nothing you can have.
It's over a 4-hour drive to replace that.
Yeah.
And I need it next week. So
I don't want to go to Ohio again.
That's a no touchy. It's a no touchy. So yeah, Sawstone is one of those ones where it's always nice because we get to know what we're walking into because we get to be like, well, let's just try it when we're down there next time.
Yeah, because it's right down the fucking road.
Well, we're probably going down there anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Minus when we have these torrential floods that we've been having recently.
Jeez.
But when it's nice out, we try to get down there.
That's cutting into my side money.
It's been rough. let's stop before we get too personal.
Yeah.
Let's get back to what we're doing here, right? So yeah, this movie, it's a great movie. We can finally really say a little bit more. I love. We always
Yeah,
say
we love
this.
sci-fi.
Every time we touch. It's funny we say this, and we've done probably very few sci-fi movies.
Yeah, I know, right? It's because we do the
Well, it's because
we do
see
the
these-
YouTube thing where it's like, oh, it's Halloween or it's Christmas or it's a holiday, so we
Well,
got
and also like again, some
and
of these
we're constantly
some
chasing
of
the
these
algorithm.
titles just give themselves
Yeah.
to certain things. Not to mention, since we are sci-fi, me and you are like sci-fi nerd, sci-fi people, right? Like really into sci-fi.
Yeah.
So
Any kind of sci-fi,
our
books,
problem-
comic books, movies.
our
any
problem
of
is
it.
that usually we try to pick apart the reference we see too much to
Yeah.
where we talk ourselves out of it. We're like, oh, that one would be great for this, and then both of us will start looking at it like, oh, but is it really that?
Is it really that?
Is
'Cause
it that,
it's like,
though?
yeah, I mean, like the
Is it the right type
the
of
core
space?
philosophy of the sci-fi that we're like trying to approach here doesn't really reflect it in the beer that you've selected. Like we get like super sci-fi nerd on it.
We become our own worst enemy in the situation like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so but
I think my brother's got me beat. Speaking of
There you go.
nerds, like real quick, he has a friend that's an actual physicist, right? And they got into like the math of the actual size of a warp core explosion. And like actually sat and ran the math for it. And I was like, dude,
too much.
you have way surpassed me on the nerd scale.
There's no need for that.
Yeah, right.
That's
I was
above
like,
it.
geez.
I love math,
and
that's
then I'm
above
sitting
and
there, I'm just
beyond.
like, so what were the results? Because I'm still a nerd too.
You still want to know?
Yeah, I still want to know.
You're like, don't tell me the boring part.
Right. Like I ignore skip all that. I was like, how big is it? He's like, oh, about the size of like 3 suns exploding. I was like, for a galaxy class? And then me and him started going into like the size of warp cores for different ships. I was like, so if Voyager blew up, it wouldn't be as big because it's way smaller, right? But then he's like, but Voyager has 2 warp cores. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I forgot about that.
Exactly. It's a different class of ship, dude. It
So,
was
yeah.
designed different.
See, this is how sci-fi nerds act.
But so this time we did find a way to get to a sci-fi, classic sci-fi.
OG sci-fi, like
Way
because like
back.
but like everybody thinks like Star Trek, Star Wars, like
Well,
in the
and-
movie world.
Well, see, for the movie world, Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
Star Trek, the movie, the first one wasn't until what, 80 almost, right?
79.
Was it
It's
79?
still in the
Well,
70s.
almost. I mean, cut me
Say it
something, you know,
counts.
a little bit.
It's
of
like me.
slack
I was like,
here.
I was born in '88. I'm from the '80s. It counts.
So cut me some slack.
Yeah.
Come on now. I mean, it was close enough. But yeah, so this though is predating most movie sci-fi, like big
Yeah.
movie sci-fi productions. Man, I don't know about you.
Why is this a classic?
It didn't hold. We'll get
It-
into. Let's. Stop.
I love
Before-
this movie. Don't
before-
misquote me. I love this movie.
Before we get
but
there-
there's some.
Before we get there, let's do our due diligence.
Yeah.
Let's say the nice things where
Let's do
nice
the
things can be
rundown.
said, right? Yeah. So we have a few nice things that we can definitely say before we get into the bad, and that's basically just let's talk about who's in this, who's directing, who's all these, the things that are important, right? So we'll start. Our director is Michael Anderson. Again, these are older movies. He did the 1950s Around the World in 80 Days. Summer of the Monkey. Like he did some weird ones. He was like,
I mean, in the '50s, there's a lot of weird movies.
but so
During the whole like studio system where they just had like any script that came in, it was like, yeah, we'll get this guy on it. He's on contract. We'll make that shitty movie.
and then though it is, but we won't say a lot because again, this is not only is this an era of director that we probably don't know a lot about, which for me and Bo, as we have proven time and time again, is probably way more recently than it has any good goddamn reason to be. But beyond that, this is a director who is far separated from us, as in like this is one of his later projects, and it's way before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, is there? We're getting lost in the minutia for me and you for what we do here.
This is like
If you want that,
where we would care.
If you want that, somebody has that podcast. Our podcast.
Somebody
isn't
who
that
went
one.
to film school and actually knows that shit. Go watch their show.
Uh,
Still watch ours, but go watch ours too.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're here for a good time, and we will give you a rundown of a lot of directors, but we can't promise you we're always giving you a rundown. And now I think we're making too big of a focus on the fact that we don't want to do it, so we should just move on.
Just move on.
I think it's like
We're here for a good time, not a long time. Go.
All right. So this is written by, we have a few people listed as writers because it is a book that
Yeah,
got
there's like
turned
two
into
people
a
wrote
movie.
the book too, even,
Yeah,
didn't they?
it's a book that got turned into a movie, so it's always important to say that. So we have lots of writers listed. So we have George Clayton Johnson, David Zella Goodman, and William F. Nolan. And for all I would imagine, that F is standing for something crazy like the rest of these names, right? No, maybe.
Friedlander, Frugenheim,
I like it.
Frugenheim.
We'll go with it.
There you go.
Just to match these. But yeah, so this is a book. It got turned into a movie. After the movie did well, and it's not even, it was like a co-written book, right? So we had two writers on the book, and then the other sequels were just from one of the authors. Kind of cash, and it's always it's kind of the joke.
There's no like sequels to the movie, so I assume the books weren't very good.
Well,
right?
and they were like cash grabs because they were written after the movie did well. Like, so the book came out in like 1967. The movie didn't come out till 1976.
So a good 10 years later.
And then in 1977,
he's like sitting there going, "Hey,
he did.
Maybe I can make this happen again. I'll write me another little book and I'll make another movie."
That's right. And so
that did not happen.
So that's William F. Nolan, our one with our hidden middle name. He was the author that did the sequel books and was one of the two authors of the books. But so he wrote Logan's Run, and then also wrote Logan's World and Logan's Search. So he's really
Isn't that a kind of a stretch? Because doesn't Logan both in the book doesn't he like kind of go around like a lot of the world and even the moon?
well. So Logan's World is that he did go to the moon. The moon is kind of like there was like a sanctuary.
Oh, okay.
On the moon.
Was it Nazis on the backside of the moon?
I don't know, but then Logan's World is he comes back here after having lived on the moon for some years, and it's like even more chaos left in the dome after like his announcement of what the real life situation was for them.
If you got a free Audible credit, maybe give it a listen.
I'm not even entirely
I don't know,
sure.
maybe we could do a sequel now, right? Because like we have the tech, we could do the whole moon bullshit. Maybe it's time.
Well, so the third one is alternate realities.
Why though?
That
makes even less sense than the moon. I could buy the sci-fi bullshit to get us to the moon. But why an alternate reality? So we just undo everything from the first two
it's
books?
like an alternate reality where instead of a computer, there was a person.
No, that's not nearly as fun, though.
And the person was like supremely, like godlike supremely, because like you would at the top of a flawed system like that.
Oh, yeah.
But there are other differences, but essentially that one was like, hey, Logan, go save this world that was like your world. But a little
different. It's legally distinct from the other one.
So that way William F. Nolan didn't have to pay anybody.
Hey, fucker, give me money.
I would not be at all. Like, that's the time period this is from.
I'm petty. I'd have done it. I'd have been like, fuck you. I'm just going to change some shit. I'm going to change everything that you put in the book, right?
Just get rid of all that. And everything that bothers me.
Right.
When the things that we argued with each other about while we were writing the book.
Put it back the way I originally had it. Fuck you.
Well, and apparently it wasn't that good. So apparently he needed someone to help temper him back.
I mean, that's how it usually goes, isn't it?
It is, I guess. We'll go ahead, though, after mentioning our writers, our director. So, yeah, as you guys might know, I'm trying to get better about moving through all this faster. And I'm doing pretty good.
We're doing pretty good.
It's a good clip. We don't have a lot of actors here, so that's
right.
Help.
That helps a lot.
And not only like main actors, but even like background actors. There's not like a lot of like people we're gonna like. I mean,
it's two worth mentioning, I think.
But but again, for the most part, nobody.
Yeah,
right. Like these
good job.
Yeah, I don't.
Golf clap for everybody involved. But
definitely.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
But so our main cast, Michael York, our Logan of Logan's Run, Logan 5.
It's Basil exposition from British intelligence.
That's right. He's been in a lot of things. But
I know,
yes.
but that's like if you're a '90s kid, that's immediately where you know him from.
Well, and he looks.
Especially in the '60s scenes in
He
Austin
looks
Powers,
it.
they have like
No.
the same hair.
He looks. They did the makeup department for
Right.
Austin Powers did an amazing job of making him look like fucking Logan 5 when they were doing the '60s TV screen inside the fucking Aston Martin.
Go check out our Austin Powers episode. I think we talked about it.
Yeah, we definitely.
I
Even
feel like
in
we
that
mentioned
one,
Logan's Run too, didn't we?
maybe, but we definitely mentioned how good they did his de-age makeup.
Yeah.
Because again, that was a time where it was all makeup. There was no computer effect done. They
That's
just
becoming a
makeup back
lost
then.
fucking art.
Oh, no, nowadays it's AI.
yeah,
even,
it's all
right?
AI. It's so sad. We were getting so good at stuff.
Yeah.
It's like animatronics. We were getting so good at it, and then they
Well,
just gave up.
I'll even posit to you, we don't even need to do that. Do more of trying to find actors that could look like the younger version. Like they did for one of the Star Wars shows, they did a de-aged Mark Hamill for a young Luke for a scene, right? Interacting.
And they
with
just
things.
found like a
Well, but here's the thing: the actor they used that they had do the dots on top of his face, that guy looked so much like fucking young Mark Hamill. They didn't even need to. They could have just let him do it.
yeah.
And that's what the fans all said. They were like, "Why?
Why do we even? He didn't need the touch up. Leave him alone.
And they
he
should've.
is young Mark Hamill.
He looked, dude. I'm telling you,
No, it happens.
he had the haircut and everything. It looked so. It was just like, why are we even?
7 billion people in the fucking world.
Why are we even trying?
Everybody
to do this?
has a doppelganger.
But yeah, we are definitely at a point now where we're losing it because, like I said, they had the opportunity to do it the right way, and still chose to put the dots on the guy's face.
Other side of the spectrum, you can do like they did on the Young Rock. Did you ever watch that
Yes.
fucking show? They brought back in like it was their Stone Cold and their Triple H. It's like you guys don't look a fucking thing like Stone Cold and Triple H.
Yeah, but they leaned into it at a certain point.
The guy who played Young Rock, a little bit, kinda.
Oh, which one? The 20-year-old one?
Yeah, the 20-year-old one, a little bit, but still, I'm like,
good enough for that, dude.
But
for
the
sure.
everybody else in that locker
No.
room, I was like, especially when like Andre the Giant showed up, I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? That's not Andre the Giant.
Well, you can't. Nobody looks like that. That one's truly
Prosthetics.
special.
We could have done
No.
something.
No, not for a low budget
If
show
we
like
hadn't
that.
have gave up on fucking prosthetics and makeup, we could have done it. Now they're sitting there going like, we don't have the CGI budget.
All right, let's circle
Way
back.
off topic.
Let's
I'm
circle
sorry.
back. Let's circle back. I let you go for a little bit. Let's rein it in.
My bad. I'm sorry. Go.
Because this one has no DH. These people all look rough. Most of them, again, so in the book, they were all supposed to be under 21.
Yeah.
21 was the magical crystal killing
Yeah,
age.
that's when
and
you had
this
to go
one
die.
and this one it's 30. And some of these
So-
people look rough for 30.
No, the chick later in the movie, that one runner, she's like, I'm only 22. I was like, bitch, you're 40. What are you
Right,
talking
like,
about?
Well, then again, we'll get to it. Maybe this is another one of our problems for like modern TV.
Yeah,
Like, maybe it still look. We need to buy a tube TV just for reference for this.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
Oh,
more.
dude, that'd be
we
cool.
got a couple more. We need to go through our cast here. So we also have Jenny Agutter.
Ag Utter.
I did this the last time, and we felt bad the last time because we said this.
She's still alive? Message us. Tell us how to pronounce your name. Give us the phonetics.
Well, no, British people, I think, have already. I think I do recall we might have had some.
Oh, we
comments
have a
before.
comment?
Yeah.
Do it again because we have short memories.
But so she was in An American Werewolf in London, and again, I think at that time we were like, she's mainly a British actress. We don't know a lot of things she's in. Here she is in Logan's Run, something that we're both being like, we've seen since we were small children.
I mean,
we're just idiots.
Yeah, I mean, do you pay attention to
There's no look. Come on,
old movie?
let's not even be nice about it.
Yeah.
We're the guys we already told you. We half the time didn't even pay attention to directors
Yeah.
until we started doing
I just
this.
watched the fucking movies, man. Unless you were like one of those big fucking like everybody knows actors, I was like, I don't really know who you are.
But so yeah, we
Does
have
it make
her.
me a bad movie critic? Should
No,
I not be
no.
doing this?
Well, because we're doing what we're supposed to now, so it's
Oh.
okay, right?
This is learning for everybody.
But so yeah, so Jenny Agutter is playing Jessica 6 because they're all a number? Because I don't.
She's
I'm
the
gonna get
sixth.
us off topic.
She's the
again.
sixth Jessica, I guess.
Maybe we'll talk about it. The movie. No, we
There's
gotta
gotta
stop.
there's like thousands of people in the city. There has to be other Jessicas.
I'll get to that. The movie actually. Before we get to the rest of the important people, I will mention one of the unimportant people, but played by a very famous person, and that is I don't even remember her name, but Farrah Fawcett's in the movie. Holly, thank you. But the answer to your question about wouldn't there be more than just 6 Jessicas? Well, again, her 6 is supposed to be because she is the 6th incarnation of Jessica. This Jessica, right?
Yeah.
Because that's why Logan later says, "I'm here to find Logan 6. Have you ever seen Francis 8?" He doesn't mean the next person named Francis. It's that specific.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the baby version.
But the answer to your question, wouldn't there be another Jessica? Holly was Holly, some number of the new face, whatever number. So if you have a job, your job normally would be part of your full name. And where that job is. Like she was part of New You
Quadrant
457 or whatever it was, right? You get what I'm saying? So her full name was Holly 5 of New You 457, right? The only thing is the Sandmen, what Logan was, weren't of different sectors. You were just a Sandman or not. And so Logan's full name would just be Logan 5 Sandman. Francis is Francis 7 Sandman, which is a good segue back to the cast that I wanted to be at. Francis 7. I'll let you like how I did that?
That was good.
Richard Jordan.
It's like that his last name's Sandman officially. So that
I think
my Mr. Sandman song I was making up through this whole movie fucking fits even better.
Yeah, but it fits every one of them.
It does. Mr. Sandman.
But yeah, so Francis 7 is one of our other Sandmen in the movie. He is Logan's best friend / roommate. I've got questions about that.
Yeah, because he just kind of
Brings
walk
the
in.
chicks
The gas bomb.
Yeah.
We're getting fucked up. Woo!
Right. So maybe they're roommates, I guess. They're certainly best friends.
Yeah.
They're certainly best friends. He is played by Richard Jordan. We have our old man. The old man.
I love the old man.
There's no.
He doesn't remember his name.
I know. There's no name.
And he didn't like it anyway. He didn't even like his name when he could remember it.
You can call me the old man.
Just call me old man.
That's Peter Ustinov.
See, now I have heard that name before, but I cannot think of from where. Has he been in anything I've seen?
He's in Spartacus.
Ah, I love that fucking movie.
He's in a bunch of old 60s.
He's in a bunch of old movies like that. That's why I've heard that name.
Death on the Nile.
Ooh,
yeah.
I like that movie too.
He's Hercule Poirot in. Yeah, you know the name. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna butcher it again, but yeah, he's Hercule in Death on the Nile. He's and I wish you were the person looking at this because it's Spartacus.
Yeah,
the Greek
it's like
name.
I probably can pronounce it.
Batiatus.
Oh,
Bati.
Batiatus.
There you go. That's who he was.
He's the Lanista at the school.
There you go.
Yeah, nice.
there-
Yeah, see, that's why I know that
there you
name.
go.
Fuck yeah. Ha!
Score 1 for Bo.
Am I just watching really old movies when I was a kid for some reason?
Oh, you beat. Yeah, I mean, you beat me on that one. The next one we have.
But
is,
my great grandma, she just had like a bunch of movies, like really old movies, and that was all you could watch at her house because she didn't have cable.
Well, then that's fair. Our next one, and this closes out like our cast, is gonna be Box. Box.
I like Box. I like a good robot, especially like a shitty 1950s style one.
Well, this is super shitty.
Yeah.
This is Boxes before we really perfected the idea of what a theatrical robot might be.
Yeah.
And so like he's weird in the weirdest parts and places, and
You could tell they just kind of glued mirror
later on we
stickers
would
to
put
him.
like a helmet around him and be like, oh, he just has his face is
give him a voice changer or something.
but no, they like like this
They
is
glued
like
it to his fucking
it's like
face.
duct tape.
And
Duct
they
tape
didn't
to his
even-
face.
They didn't even make up him underneath the stickers. You could see when he moved, like when he talks, you could see the the skin cracking through and shit.
Yes, and so this is Roscoe Lee Brown. That's who plays Box. It's always good to see a real Roscoe.
Yeah.
He's in lots of movies. Dude, I mean lots. Trust me when I say go back, look him up. If you thought you
His
didn't know
voice
him,
was really familiar. He's probably been in a lot of those old movies I watched too.
oh, you think only the old ones, eh? He was the narrator for one of the most recent Garfield movies.
Really?
He was the voice of Kingpin in Spider-Man: The Venom Saga. He was
Fucking still going.
He was the voice of Francis in the movie Oliver and Company.
That's why the voice was familiar.
But you get what I'm saying.
Francis.
Like this, when I said that, trust me when I tell you, go look at what he looks like without the. Because
Yeah.
I know you didn't. So yeah, go look him up without the metal
box makeup.
without box being boxified on him. He's Mr. Arrow in Treasure Planet.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Yeah, well,
It was like, it was Treasure Island in space. What more do you want?
he's one of the voices on the Proud Family.
I remember that show.
I'm just throwing out voices, but my point is because you said the voice you recognize.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Is he the narrator in both of those, or just the one? I want to make sure before I say this. Oh, he's the narrator for Babe and Babe Pig in the City.
Yes.
So yeah, you've heard his voice.
That'll
You,
do,
but you've
pig.
seen him as well. That's my point. Go
Hey.
look him up without the makeup. Roscoe
Sephram
Lee
Cochrane was
Brown.
in that movie too.
Roscoe Lee Brown. Just go look him up. I promise you. Wow. Now that one I didn't know. Freakazoid. He's one of the voices on the show Freakazoid.
Nice. I
Yeah.
remember that show.
Wow. Okay, we gotta stop.
Yeah, we gotta stop.
definitely gotta stop.
Dude,
Go Boxy.
go Boxy.
Roscoe Lee. Again, I'm gonna keep saying that because I
Roscoe
love the name
Lee
Roscoe
Brown.
because we know
We know
a
a Roscoe.
It's not even
Shout
really,
out. What's
well,
up,
it's
buddy?
Not even really his name, but we won't
Yeah,
even get into.
he
Oh,
knows
well, I'm not
who
trying.
he
Yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly. We
You
won't.
know.
We won't go into details, but if he's listening, he knows.
He
He's
knows.
probably not real happy that we just did that, but that's okay because we didn't say your real name.
Nobody but the family knows.
We're all good. We're all good. So it's always fun to see like a real life Roscoe.
Right.
Whenever I see
It's
it,
like
I'm
at least that's not your
Roscoe.
actual name.
Exactly.
Yeah,
This
right.
dude's-
That's
this
on his
was-
fucking birth
His
certificate.
legal name was Roscoe, but he did some cool shit with that name, so
Yeah,
we'll
he
let it
did.
slide. But that's all I got for casts. Do you have anybody else you want to mention?
Nope.
Like, there's not even.
I
Other
didn't even
characters.
like. I
There's
didn't
not
even like.
other big characters.
Yeah, like I didn't even see any people like I usually do. I was like that guy. I remember that
Well,
fucking
because there's
guy.
not that many really. Like, other than the people I just mentioned.
No
the-
bunch of nobody.
The doctor is a character. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to think of
Yeah.
other characters that are like
Never
even
seen
like
him before.
like. Well, no, I don't mean like they ain't recognized.
Oh, like named characters.
I just exactly. I mean that are even on screen characters. You could be like is a person like that's a person.
The one Sandman who got fucked up by the Cubs.
Well, there's
and he's
there's
all
the
like
two.
cut. You know,
there's
like
the two.
maybe he's somebody.
the two
I don't
runners that were in red chasing them in the tube.
know. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about them.
But again, I don't know their name. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mister, I'm gonna take my gold chain off.
Yeah,
and
no, he took
I'm
it
gonna-
off.
Like that was good. That's gonna snap, dude.
all of it was a little bit
Right.
weird. Okay, so let's get before we get into like some of our issues because we both already pointed out loved this movie as a kid, but there
Yeah.
are a lot of things that
There's
we
a
have
lot
problems.
of plot holes.
Yes, lots of them. Before we get to that though, let's go ahead and just let's give it a little bit more of a rundown because we've danced around the funny stuff we could while we were mentioning people, but we've not given a real rundown. And this is the kind of movie, sometimes we're doing dopey modern movies that we don't need to tell people a brief rundown of the story.
Yeah.
This one's old enough. Gen Z kids probably have never seen this.
Yeah. No.
they
they've-
might not ever
they've-
watch it. The first 5
maybe
minutes
they've
might make
seen
them
the
check
Family Guy reference.
Yes.
With Brian. Like maybe that's it. That's probably all they've seen.
out. So this is one we definitely need to give a little bit of a rundown of the
Yeah.
story here. So yeah, the story we're like Bo said to start like 2 seconds in, post-apocalyptic. We're in the future somewhere. 2274. The movie does tell us once, I think, or
Yeah,
twice. It's on the screen.
There's title.
Yeah.
There's title scroll.
Whenever
or
the
something.
and when the computer talks to him, I think it gives
Yeah.
the date a few times. But yeah, there is a weird AI controlled city. What's funny is today that would be the commentary of the movie, right?
Yeah.
We gotta We gotta be wary of AI.
Yeah, they'd be like,
That's,
oh, AI bad.
the AI is bad,
But
that's not the
barely mention it.
commentary.
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
not
the
the thing.
commentary in the movie. The movie does not even want you to think twice about this rogue, fucked up AI.
It's just more of a like right to choose kind of story.
Well, it's more. It was really. I don't know. This is one of the first of the downfalls of the movie is it doesn't really tell a coherent story. We all just know the story they wanted us to think about.
Yeah.
And we all apply it. But when you really get down to brass tacks, the plot holes kind of keep it from really connecting any of those dots for real.
Yeah.
So there is some kind of story in the movie that we're supposed to be worried about population being out of hand. But the problem is, like, technically, that's not the focus. That's what's just all that's what that's in the past. Like, that would be the prequel movie would be the one that's actually about population control.
Yeah.
This movie is an after effect.
Like, what do you do when people start to realize, like, well, I mean, why do I have to die at 30? That's dumb.
Well, but again, like, do we know why the AI wanted to start population control?
Well, yeah, because there's nothing wrong with outside. It's not like it's like
as far as
it's not like an irradiated wasteland where nothing grows.
Exactly, because the old man's whole family has always lived out there, as far as we know. He's never seen the jewel, which means his parents definitely didn't have it, because he would have been like, Mom had that.
This seems like the origin is like some cult leader.
That's
like,
what I think. I feel like,
the fucking Jonestown bullshit.
It's so much easier to believe that this civilization happened because there was just a dude who was in charge of a small group
and was like, the world's going to end. We have to go in the dome.
The dome is his bunker.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's just a really classy bunker that he tricked people into going into.
Yeah, exactly. And meanwhile, the world kind of ended outside, but
not in the way they thought.
Not the way they thought.
In a way that if this dude maybe let civilization have parts of his advanced technology, they all could have survived.
Right? Been like 25 years of Fallout. They could have walked back outside.
Think about it. Well, we don't even know if it was Fallout, because
that's true. They don't say anything.
It
answers no questions. That's my biggest problem. We're just supposed to just accept that this is the world you're in and this is how it works. Don't ask why any of it works this way, why everybody has to die at 30. The movie does not want to explain any of it. I'm sure the book does.
Barely, I think.
It probably gives a better explanation than the movie does.
Maybe. We'll save that for... Maybe we'll do that at a future date. We'll both read the book and we'll come back and we'll do that. That'll be our follow-up. Maybe that's a Patreon exclusive where we read the book and come back
to movie.
Yeah.
Movie to screen or
every
something.
Every time we do one that has both, we'll start doing that as Patreon exclusives.
Hey, man, we can do all the Lord of the Rings and the Harry
Potters. We've got so much we could do if we want to do that.
Conan was a book first.
Yeah, so like we were saying, though, society here in this future controlled by the AI, not the focus. The focus of the movie, possibly population control, possibly the how of population. Again, like we said, there's no clear focus.
No.
Because the movie opens with Logan not trusting reincarnation.
Yeah, he's like checking on the babies.
Supposedly, in this version of the future, there is weird rebirth. Yeah, right. That's what they call it. Rebirth.
Carousel.
You go through carousel. Renewal. That's what it is. Renewal. A rebirth. Same thing. Same concept. Right. Like that. Yeah. The idea here is that they all believe that this is not their final them. Mm-hmm. They will then be reincarnated. Scientific reincarnation. Yeah, right?
That's not like spiritual. Like literally, they go in the machine. The machine spits them back out.
There is almost no spiritualness to anything here, except for Sanctuary. The Ankh, the Egyptian.
The Ankh.
The only spiritualness we get is a non-Christian spiritual, which I appreciate.
I did appreciate.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as we can tell, though, mass society with no real.
Which is surprising because you'd think, because religion's really easy for controlling.
Well, this cult just was based on a guy who liked science, but like you already told us.
A science cult might actually be worse.
I'm sure that
because you could cold logic your way into anything.
But so yeah, like we never get this clear, real look at why we're supposed to care about some of these problems.
Yeah.
Like we just know that they all are existing at the same. We know there is some kind of population control. We know AI is doing something to fix it. It
And
has
everybody
something to
is.
do with the stone.
Everybody's cool with it. When your rock starts blinking, it's time to go. All right, cool.
But again, they believe they're being reborn.
Yeah, because they
But
don't
then
even
the-
say killing. Because
Yeah, but then the
later-
movie instantly opens with the fact that Logan is supposed to be already second guessing that, right? Like that process, because he's
Yeah.
already like the opening conversation between him and Francis is instantly like, what's the deal with these? Dude?
yeah, how do they already know that this baby's going to be a Sandman? Is he really me already?
Well, and then he was like,
I'm looking for like the me.
I'm looking for Logan 6.
Yeah,
And like even Francis like was worried. Like, did you find him?
yeah, that's weird, dude. Like only crazy people hang out at the nursery.
Yeah, no. And then like Logan's even like, have you ever been there before? The nursery? No, dude, that was
Yeah.
100%.
I
I
couldn't believe it when they told me you were down here.
What? That's nuts.
And then in true best friend fashion, he's an asshole and gets him in trouble with the computer.
oh, you want that baby's attention?
Here, I'll wake him up, smacks the gun on the side of it.
But yeah. So this world is it's wild with all these different rules about.
But at the same time,
Death.
you can kind of do whatever you want.
Well, it's hedonism.
That's the trade-off.
It's
like,
definitely hedonism.
Yeah.
This whole society. We don't get to see where food comes from, which will become its own issue in a minute.
Yeah, later.
When we talk about some of the
you never
end
see
stuff.
anyone eat. They only drink.
But we know it is self-contained somehow.
Yeah. It's a biodome.
Even though somehow, but the original food, we'll get
later.
get there. That's not even.
That's like an hour into the movie,
hour into
too.
the movie because they spend so long just letting you like live in this fun world.
Yeah, it's fun first, like,
Well, as we already
30
said,
minutes or so. It's like, this world's
like
kinda
we already
cool.
said, Michael York is from Austin Powers, and this very much is like this is the '70s, but it's got the like you're living in the swinging '60s, baby. Like let's just
with
show
all the
you,
bright
right? Like,
colors and everybody
let's show
kind
you what
of.
living in the swinging '60s is like.
Yeah,
baby.
nobody has like any real attachments. They even have like the order a hooker.
No, it
telephone
is
later.
It's just. You can't say hooker because they weren't supposed to.
They were paid.
It is just
it's volunteer.
It is It's just It's like a singles ad. Dude.
It's teleportation Tinder.
That's
Yeah.
what it is, dude. Swipe right.
Swipe right.
Also, I will point that out. Thank you for breaching the subject. This is a very forward-thinking movie because it does approach the concept of same-sex relationships.
Yeah, the first person that shows up is that dude.
Well,
he's
and
just
he
kinda
didn't
like
even-
he's just kind of like, nah, not
Exactly.
today. Not today.
Not today. His nod had nothing to do with like being grossed
Yeah, he wasn't
out.
disgusted. He was just kind of like.
It was
he
even-
looked him up and down like.
Normally, maybe, but today it's
I'm
not my
feeling
vibe.
a chick right now.
So very forward-thinking movie. Got to give him credit for that.
Points for that one.
But yeah, this is definitely one of those type of movies where they set up this world with the weirdest future tech,
Yeah,
right? Because we have gas guns
I like the gas gun.
that shoot
Just
the-
shoots fire out the sides, but somehow still hits the guy in the front. Never goes out the front of the gun.
It's not like a laser.
Yeah, it always just kind of flares like a shotgun blast with a suppressor. It just kind of goes. Psh.
But at the same time, like you said, it also is a world that has some kind of teleportation, but then they use a tube travel system.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well,
It's only for sex. The fancy teleportation shit is only if you want to, get a little dirty. Regular going to work, you got to get on the tube.
our continuation into the weirdness of the world, though, like we were getting at. So he's a Sandman. Sandman are hunters. They hunt the people.
They hunt the runners.
Well, again, you're getting too ahead of who are the runners.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I forget.
that's
Other people may not have seen this.
We're trying to help people know what we're talking about.
All right, youngins, gather around and listen, and we're gonna
So
talk about
runners
this
are people
old
who
movie.
already have hit their age limit. They've hit 30. Their life clock.
Yeah,
life flower.
That's what they called it, life clock.
In the books, it was a flower.
I like clock better.
I do too. It sounds weird.
Sounds
Life
weird. Flower. Sounds like your virginity or something.
And so the life clocks are, and again, in the movie, only 3 colors. In the book, I want to say there were more colors.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
Separating them into more groups, right?
Yeah.
So, and did you notice that in the movie that they shot it so that way you could always tell which group people were in? Their
No.
clothing is supposed to be the match what color their stone is.
I didn't pay any fucking attention to that. You're right. That's why that red's gonna run makes way
That
more
red's
sense.
gonna run.
I
and
just
he
thought
was
he
in
was
a red
like,
outfit.
I'm Star Trek pilled, man. I'm over here. I'm like, oh, that red shirt. Yeah, he's probably gonna
But, I
die
mean, he
soon.
also knew it was a stone. But again, the reason he knew instantly by looking is because
yeah, I never.
Well,
I
and
feel
Jessica
dumb.
6 that he
She's wearing green the whole time
because
she's
she's
a
supposed to be
green.
green. Although I will say that we never see her stone
That's a good
until
point.
it's clear.
Yeah,
She never shows it. I kept being like,
There's a
is
couple-
she hiding it?
There's a couple shots where like you can see it's not even on her hands. It's mostly anytime they had to be in water.
Yeah.
I guess the glue
Oh, I
wouldn't
would
stick, and it
bet
kept.
that's what it was.
They're like, fuck it.
But yeah, so dude, the clothing.
I can't believe. God damn
So
it.
so then now when you go back, keep that in mind. So
Hold on, I'm gonna pout for a second because I feel stupid.
yellow is for little kids. Did you at least notice that?
No,
So
I barely even noticed there were little kids.
Anybody who was so Jessica 6 was at the end of green, so that lighter green color. Because remember, she was about to turn 6.
Yeah, so she's,
and he was like, "You're so far away." But Logan was 6, and he was red, solid red on his hand. Sandmen just only wore black and silver, so their colors didn't do it.
yes, because they're police or whatever. God damn, I can't believe didn't pick up on that. Fuck, that's really obvious now.
Yeah, dude, the seas of red and green. Seas of red and
seas
green.
of red and green is every fucking where.
Shades, different shades, intense green, light green, light pink, light red.
God
yeah,
damn
anyway.
it.
So
See, and I usually just
Bo's like, the visual things I get.
yeah, like usually I pick up on the shit like that. Damn it.
So in the book though, there were like 2 more colors. There was like a blue for a like baby to like what they called a kid.
Yeah.
And then there was also like, so in this one it's like red and then red flashing, right?
Yeah.
We don't really see anything else.
Yeah, that's it.
In the book, it's red and black flashing, and then on after that day. So the red and black flashing is last day.
And then after that, it's just
It's solid black.
Solid black.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't do that. That would have been easier. They wouldn't have had to have it flashing the whole
All the time.
fucking time. It's
The
just
whole
been
time, dude.
black.
The whole rest of the movie.
Yeah,
Logan's
just
hand.
blew a black one on there. Really annoying flashing light on my hand.
But yeah, so the whole movie is about it's like this slow revelation of Logan to what the is really happening.
What's really
here.
happening.
But the problem, like we were saying, let's just get into some of our biggest issues with it, right? So like we said, the problem here is that there's plot holes everywhere. It doesn't really get to the story it wants to get at. And so one of those being, like, Logan finds out that this whole idea of rebirth possibly doesn't exist.
Yeah, because he goes into the computer.
Well, he got a special
He got a
assignment.
special assignment.
After we see the first killing of a random runner.
Killing my ass. They toyed with this poor bastard.
No, it was
They
crazy.
cat and moused this dude. They like shot an
Runner!
They shot an outline around him on a wall.
No, Francis Seven, the runner.
Yeah, dude, what was that guy on? That like not the actual actor.
Oh, I don't know.
Had to have been on something. His eyes are wild every time you see him in this fucking movie. He's just all. He's on some fucking freaky coke.
He just understood his character
Loved
really
his
well,
job.
dude. He was supposed to be a
loved his
sadistic,
job.
and he was like, "I can be sadistic. Give me a minute. I'll be sadistic."
I love killing these motherfuckers. I love it when they run.
But so yeah, like we said though, Logan after killing that guy finds the Ankh and gets called in for a special assignment. But my point is like the conversation between him and the AI, the intelligence, whatever the fuck the name of this thing was, didn't actually give him the information he acts like he got. Right? Like he hears the robot not answer, and then he goes, "So you mean nobody's ever gone?"
Yeah, because it says the 1,000 or
People
something
have escaped.
are unaccounted for. And he's like,
Oh, but maybe maybe they reached rebirth
He's-
or
He's
right?
like, nope, they're unaccounted for. He's like,
They-
so
they-
nobody got
he
to
goes,
do it?
maybe they reached renewal. And
Yeah.
and it just was like, no.
Like, no, but so nobody ever gets to do it? It's not a
And
real
then it
thing?
did-
Like, wow,
again-
you leapt to...
Well, and then the robot didn't answer
Yeah,
when
it
he
just
said that.
has to
It
sit
just
there.
was silent and was like back to what I was telling you. Find
Just go
sanctuary.
find it and kill it.
And so it was like no one confirmed what he said, but he knew it. But then his actions,
He keeps just doing his assignment.
which would imply that he doesn't believe that renewal
renewal doesn't happen.
exist.
Yeah.
Because you would only keep doing it if you thought there was a means to an end, which for
Right.
him would be renewal.
Because there's a
Well,
little
he's
bit...
upset. He's only doing it because he wants those 4
Yeah, he
years
wants his
back.
4 years
But
back.
if you think,
But they
now,
never even told him he'd get him back, so he's just going
Well-
on like the vain hope that
well,
it'll happen.
Although it does make sense though, because think about it. If you now believe that you are being mass genocided,
yeah.
and they just took 4 years,
Yeah,
you're like,
he's like,
oh wait a minute,
okay,
now I
I'm
don't even
gonna
have
do
4
what I'm
years to try
told.
to come up with a plan
Yeah.
on how to not be mass genocided.
I've got until somebody fucking sees this blinky light on my fucking hand to figure out what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that does suck.
So yeah, okay, maybe it does track. Maybe it tracks more than we thought. But again, it still is a plot hole for the whole way. Like the conversation is still a plot hole.
Yeah.
The computer did not confirm nor deny any of the things
Yeah, you
he
would
said.
think the computer is like programmed to be like, oh no, it's totally fine, and give
Or
him
you-
some platitude, right?
Try to fake you out.
Yeah,
No, this computer was
you can
just
program computers to lie.
this computer was just like, I'm gonna pretend like you didn't
I'm
say
just
that.
gonna pretend you didn't say that.
I'm gonna talk to you like I didn't hear those words. Thank you
What?
very much.
Anyway, sanctuary. You need to go ahead and just get rid of that. Go find it, kill it. Don't worry about none of that other
The
shit.
only thing I need you to
and
worry
we're
about
gonna
is
snatch 4
sanctuary.
years away from you.
And so before we move on to like the real like chain of events that happened from there, though, we do need to address, I think, Carousel, because we saw that first. We already seen that by movie points.
That was cool.
This was wild.
This
dude.
was awesome.
How you could have believed these people
We're being renewed.
wait, look at that. Look, every time we think that we're about to slice something down, I realize that we're wrong. Renewal, right? But we already know that in their version of renewal, they've already been born. He was
So,
looking for Logan 6. It doesn't matter if this body is fried. They don't need it anymore.
That's a good
Your clone's
point.
been made.
That's true. So
But-
they just kind of download. Well, no, because you don't remember. Any
No,
of your
it's because
past
that's not
shit.
true at all.
Yeah.
But again, that's what Logan
But they
starts
would have
realize.
to. They would have to like psychologically
Well, that's
fuck you to thinking that that's what happened. Though is like you get downloaded into a new body.
and that is what they have made these people think.
But you
because
would-
that's why they think no. But that's why he asked them about the genetic this and that.
Yeah.
Because they
People
think
are
you're passing
stupid.
it straight by genetics,
mindless sheep.
and that's what it is. And that's what Logan pieces together again. During that carousel, that first time we see him at carousel, he's kind of putting it together. He's kind of
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. He's seeing them blow apart and being like,
Hold on. But then he gets the call for the runner, so he's got to leave.
now I want to talk about carousel a little bit more because did you not just feel like this was Gravitron?
The carnival ride. That's
This
what I
was
thought.
Gravitron.
Where it
I
pushes
was
you up
watching it
against
and I
the
was like,
wall.
well, you can do all of the things they're doing, but you'd be against the wall. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be flying. But it's like what you wish Gravitron was as a
Right.
kid, that you'd be like,
in a tornado, kind of floating
and you
up.
could do whatever you want. That's what it looked like, right?
Yeah.
Because it even
was my
started with
first
the
thought.
black circle
Tandem-
spinning, dude.
Camden
Like,
Park, baby. That's the first thought I had. You, me, and everybody
Oh,
on
man,
that
dude.
thing. Just Jeremy throwing up.
yeah. So Carousel really was like, like they meant like in a funhouse way.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I
'cause
thought.
Carousel.
But then they get to the top and they, boom,
Everybody chanting
renewal, renewal,
dude. Fucking again, France, like you said,
Huge.
the eyes on Francis,
Yeah,
dude. When he's doing it,
frantic.
renewal,
He's he's a fanatic.
he could be Macho Man Randy Savage's face double, dude. Like the way he fucking like
They
chants
just
stuff.
put the beard on
Right?
him.
Tell me he couldn't.
Oh yeah.
Tell me he couldn't. He's got that.
Slim Jim.
He's got that kind of look to
Yeah.
him. Yeah. So the other reason we can say that the movie gets confused is one of your favorite things that you were telling me about our secondary population control. The Cubs,
The Cubs,
the Wild, whatever the name for the Beyond the Border,
the alternative school kids,
right? Like
you know?
if you were too much of a problem as a child, or they had no facility to raise you, because again, not parents.
Yeah,
It's not like they weren't raised by mom and pops. They were raised by Mother Machine.
were there?
I don't
I was
know.
gonna say, were there any like servitors
they don't
going
tell us.
around like
They
a
don't-
machine?
All we know is it's not a mom and dad, but they don't actually tell us how they're being raised.
I mean, maybe we should remake this. Usually, I'm in the camp of like, let's
There
not
were-
remake
remakes
stuff.
have been
maybe
in-
we should.
There were supposedly going to be remakes a couple of times through the years.
Oh, come on, let's do it.
I
feel
think
like
I read
we-
Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be in it at one point to be Logan. There's been a couple people
That would have been
signed on
awesome.
to be Logan.
I like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I mean,
As you can tell,
it could have been good, dude. I'm not.
that would have
trying-
been
yeah.
fantastic. I could totally see him as Logan. That'd be great.
Uh,
We'd have to up the age a little bit.
But so so the problem
Everybody dead at 40. He can still pass for 40. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
So the problem with our Cubs are essentially like weird cut to the Warriors in the middle of this
Right.
movie. Tell me that's not the vibe
It
you got
was
from like
you just
when they
needed the
rolled
guy
up.
with the bottles.
He kind of looked like he could have been like a younger Warriors
Yeah.
character, right? Like he was like one of the
Oh, man, we
the
need to do that.
pledgelings to one of the
Yes,
gangs.
we
or
need to
something.
do that fucking movie. That movie's so good.
But yeah, so the problem
So
with
is
the
the game. Did you ever play the
Yes,
PlayStation
yeah,
2
it's
game?
good. But so the problem with the Cubs here is that again, we live in a society where AI was supposedly again, as far as we know,
Yeah.
already doing population control. The life clocks are already its way of being like this keeps us from having too many people in the dome, right?
Yeah.
So then why is it now also being like, I want to, again, not for people's, this isn't even like the Coliseum, because it's like all out
Yeah,
fights,
Fallout.
but there's nobody watching. It's not for people's
It's
entertainment.
fucking Escape from New York on the
Yeah.
other side of this wall, dude.
But even that was for people's entertainment. People were watching that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Nobody's watching the Cubs, excepting maybe the AI itself.
That's how it gets off.
It gets its
That's
kicks.
how it gets. It watches teenagers beat the shit out of each other.
Because without that, though, you know what I mean? Like, if an AI is in control, why did the AI decide these kids? You get what I mean? Like,
It's crime control. It's how it controls. You, from the age of 8, are evaluated on your behavior, and if you are found wanting, to the cathedral you go for programming
my point just
until
being,
you're
though,
16.
my point just being, like we've already said, like the life clocks couldn't these people, as far as you can tell, right? They don't actually pay attention to how many years they are, because they
Yeah.
even say like Jessica says she's about to be 6, as it not years,
As in,
like the sixth process of
Whatever
cycle
her-
turning.
yeah.
Right.
I'm about to turn a slightly
So they
lighter
don't-
shade of
They're not
green.
really keeping track. The stone is keeping
Yeah.
track. So if the computer could have just been like, okay, well, a lot of these people who are pretty close, just
Fuck it.
they are.
Well, we need 8 more people
Right.
to fit the quota.
could've-
These guys are close enough to
we could've
30.
done-
We'll go ahead and start
We
it
could have
blinking.
flipped them early
Yeah.
instead of been like, let's make
had
a
that-
wild Warriors-esque fucking battle dome off to the side of the main dome. Because that's one of the tube times. He
Yeah.
had to ride down to another part of the dome.
Get out of the tube. Get authorization to open a gate. And then go into this fucking Mad Max hellscape of a fucking underground society they've built.
Looking for another runner. Man.
Who, it's a wonder, wasn't just killed by the fucking kids running around.
Again, like we said, the Cubs are just another one of those many problems the movie has.
We had to have an hour and 50-minute runtime. We needed another 10 minutes.
Speaking of runtime, this movie is littered with miniatures that I feel like we didn't need.
Yeah, especially any of like the outside the dome shots.
Well, or the tube. Like we said, I know at the time they felt proud.
but now I mean, I love shit like this. Don't get me wrong. Like, it tickles my.
It was
practical
Thunderbirds.
effect. Yes, that's what I was about to say. I got total Thunderbirds vibes because it was kind of
The only thing that was missing,
too shitty.
the only thing that could have made it better is if anytime we cut to them in the tube, they also gave us like thunder, like show us them in the tube full puppet, full fingers, no faces, only arms.
They do in the elevator scene later.
Was there a puppet arm?
When they're shooting it from underground, if you look, they are literally just action figures laying down on the grate. Just
I'm gonna go back and look.
Yeah, go watch.
Awesome,
I swear to God, it cracked me up.
Well, the movie does it. There's a few times where there's like some weird cinematography going on. When they're in the pool, like the big bubbling pool that's they're supposed to go through. when they're coming back, dude, that thing looks like it's somehow them actually swimming in the miniature pool.
Yeah,
did you get that?
That was really good because when they get out of the pool, you can see the little.
Well, no, when they're on the railway and everything, you can tell where it's separate. But I mean, like
when they're in the water, it looked real.
It felt like somehow they had magnified the miniature pool they made, right? I'm not like
I don't know how they would have done that.
No, but
they'd had to have actually filmed them in a pool, but then have like the vibe, the miniature.
Yeah, the vibe was so much like they were like somehow in the miniature pool.
But then you go to like just the city shot, and it's like.
No, the Broad City was horrible.
It looks like the Future Land from Disney World. That's what it looked like. It looked like that model.
It's Tomorrowland.
It's Tomorrowland. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, dude, that's what I said too. I was like, it's Tomorrowland.
Monorail included.
And that's yes. And I feel like our problem, because again, like you said, you loved it in Superman when we were on Frank's podcast.
Yeah, those miniatures were so much better in that movie, and it's only like 2 years separated from this one. And they had similar budgets, so don't call me on money.
No, I would tell you that it's because it's a future, right? Like when you're making things that you know what they look like, it's easy for your head to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
These are like. This is supposed to be the future. If you can't sell it to me, you can't sell it to me, right? You know what I mean? Like that, I think is the difference. Like you can't go broadly into the future
and avoid greenery, like trees and shit. It is so hard to make miniature trees look right, like the wide shot of them zooming into the domes in the beginning of the shit, all those fucking trees and shit, and the glitter paper fucking lake off of the side.
Look, they tried to do what they could.
I know, and I'm being an asshole. I get that, but
dude, it's okay. The movie,
there's better miniatures in movies from the same time period.
Well, it's not even just, like, again, the problems abound. We hate. I love to say that we hate doing this because, again, you guys can probably hear we don't want to say all these things.
I like this movie.
I love this movie.
I really do.
You can probably still hear the love in our voices as we're saying these things.
I have so much fun watching this movie every time.
And I still do. So on to my next gripe is Box. Is Boxy. Is Box the robot.
The whole, not even just the robot, the whole scene of Box doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't need to be here. It promotes a concept that okay, let's just start.
Go.
They're in a freezer. Right?
Yeah,
it's a glorified
cold
freezer.
Food storage. It's what it is.
Box says, I've been running, I froze food. Nobody ever came to get food.
I ran out of food to freeze.
It's as good as Harvest Day.
Yeah. Sea foam, fish from the sea, plankton and greens.
Sea greens.
Sea greens.
Just all these things. They've been here the whole time. And so again, like part of the problem with this is obviously it's just that in the 70s they didn't know how we would be doing this. But we know that today, if you had a central AI computer and a robot that was also connected to a computer,
they could talk to each other.
That was keeping inventory of foodstuffs. They would be talking.
Yeah,
like
Wi-Fi, all that.
The main AI would need to know what the food storage AI has going on. They couldn't have known that. I'll at least give them a little bit of a pass on that, right? Yeah. That's fine. But so Box is freezing food, and the people forgot, though? The people. Yeah. Like, somebody was the first generation that lived in the dome.
Still eating fucking burgers and shit.
Box's exact word was everything as good as Harvest Day, implying nothing has ever been eaten.
Yeah.
Day one, Nobody ever went to the freezer to get the things Box was
I
harvesting.
got it. We go back to the cult leader thing. The day the city opened, he suddenly decided, ooh, wait, it'd probably be better if we were vegetarians. So now there's just like hydroponic. The tennis court got turned into a hydroponics bay. That's why you don't see anybody playing tennis.
I like it.
So then they just forgot all about poor Box and his meat storage locker.
But again, though, isn't that the saddest part? Because again, if the whole idea here is that AI took over at some point to control overpopulation,
Yeah.
overpopulation implies that you don't have enough food
Yeah.
as one of the issues.
But they have
One of
plenty
the other
frozen
issues
now.
being you don't have space. We know they have both
yeah.
in abundance everywhere.
Even inside their domed city, it didn't seem that crowded.
So again, like the problem here is like, so if AI is controlling overpopulation, but they had food stocks, what's the problem? People should have known when the AI started saying we have a food issue. Somebody in the first generation should have been like,
The cult
what
leader.
about Boxy? Did no one talk to Boxy?
The cult leader, like he's in the like main hub power control station, and he had a stroke and he fell and he hit the knob and it ramped everything up to 100.
I would
So now like the
Look,
AI's like overclocked. So it's like,
listen.
no, we have to have like no, this is the exact number, no more.
I would even buy that, because that at least makes Boxy's next part make sense, right? Because if you told me Boxy was just glitched from the beginning,
Yeah.
I might be okay with that. That's something that could make sense, right? But no, Boxy even tells us, oh, I never froze a person until I ran out of other
Food to do that with. So meat's meat.
So
I have no more meat.
So I started.
So these people walk in.
But also,
freeze
Boxy
them.
tells us that people didn't show up until the food stopped. But why would people inside the dome who were never eating food from outside the dome that was being frozen have any clue to know to start trying to escape to fake sanctuary after foods? You get what I mean? Like, why was that a thought that was told to us? Because it makes no
This is what
sense when you really
happens.
think about it.
This is what happens when you have a movie where the producer didn't like the book to begin with.
I don't
And
know.
like
Something happened.
and the studio was like, I don't know. I mean, Soylent Green didn't make as much money as we thought it was going
Well, but
to.
look, they were even that close. They could have made this a connection movie. They were that close. They could have been eating the freezer food.
They could have been eating the frozen people.
But like then
The yellow cubes are people.
Well,
the
again,
yellow
like,
cubes are
because
people.
then that makes it all like, it almost makes sense. You would have to ditch the next part of the movie we're going to talk about, right? Which is great. I love it. It's a real look at people,
Yeah.
right. But if you ditch that and you do what we were just saying, it almost gives you at least that self-contained idea and story of like, oh, then they're going against the robot because the robot was never looking for sanctuary, right?
Yeah.
You'd have to make up a new reason for what it was doing there. But that it gives you the full circle there.
Yeah.
Like he's like trying to figure it all out, and then the thing he figures out is that this deep freeze has been feeding runaways. Runaways thinking that they're escaping back to
the rest of us.
But nobody knew. Not even the
rest of them. Just the babies. Right? They get ground down into the baby paste just to make it even more like Lovecraftian horror, right?
But that's not what we get. No, instead we get
remake. That's what we do in the remake. Fuck that.
Instead, we get 5 minutes worth of a Boxy scene that makes no sense whatsoever, and then he just kills him. They just blow like
they just blow. They don't even kill him. They like blow up. He has like these frozen birds, and he shoots the rack that they're on. My birds!
Beautiful, truly beautiful.
I did enjoy Boxy. It makes no sense.
No, I do too.
Like I do love a good. I do love a stupid robot.
That's why this movie is so like it's so difficult, right? Like because it's like, oh, I shouldn't like it, but I do.
I have to tear it apart, but I love it.
But I love it. I love.
Oh, it hurts so good. Give me more. Oh.
Like I love Boxy, but I can't deny how dumb the character is and the scene is. But I love it.
And the character designs, like they just took a Cylon and the beep chair from Star Trek and smashed them together.
Hope for the best, and it
Yeah, there you go.
kind of worked, but it really didn't. It didn't. They
I
didn't.
want to see the the behind the scenes footage of them testing it and it just falling the fuck over, breaking some poor stuntman's arm and shit.
From here, we get to see them make their grand escape out. What?
Outside.
But what do they go through, Bo?
They go through a cave. They cave run straight to the
cave
Saw
run.
Stone.
I was waiting to see if you could get there. Yeah, we got this is our cave run. This is our extra layer that we didn't even
Right.
realize we had, but
Until we
is
started.
here. That's right. Cave run.
I like when they get outside, the sun's coming up, and they're just like,
No.
fuck is that?
They're both. It feels warm.
Which is awesome, because that was cold as fuck in there.
I can't believe what this thing does. The lizard.
And I love this. They're so happy to be outside, and then it cuts to them walking, and she immediately is just like, I fucking hate outside. Outside sucks.
They sit down to take a break, and the lizard touches her. That's what it was. The lizard was the final straw. She was like, fuck this outside shit. Fuck this outside shit.
I wanted more of this. I wanted like more of her freaking out about things outside. Like just a couple more minutes because we've had such a serious bunch of bullshit going on, all the running and stress, and then we get outside and we can have this like nice comedic moment of the chick freaking out that she's outside for the first time. Oh my god, bugs!
And I think this is a good point that we can finally re-bring up Francis, because that's the craziest part about this is that Francis is supposed to be like a major antagonistic character, right? Like and
disappears
for half the movie.
Right,
he's
up
chasing them, but even the chase
up until Box, he runs past Box, and then you do not see him again for like 45
Well, even
minutes.
the beginning part of the chase was like
Yeah.
not good. The only time the chase was good was through the one scene I hate to watch because it gives me like vertigo while sitting in a chair.
The love shop.
Yes.
The love shop, baby, love shop.
The drugged up horny room
And titties everywhere.
But that's
great.
That's the
my
only
favorite
time the
scene. I
chase
don't know
is
what
like.
you're talking about.
But that's the only time the chase is good.
Yeah.
After that,
because it's like a chase, and at the same time they get separated by the horny people, and they're all like, they're both trying to be like, no, get the fuck off me! I have to get out of here.
The scene gives me vertigo though, so I always
because it goes all like
dude, like it's
trippy
like doing
and slow mo,
and they cut to weird like if someone glances
weird Dutch angles.
Well, if someone glances to the left, they'll do that like hard cut to the left sometimes, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened here? Yeah, this whole thing with Francis just lets you see like the ineptitude he has, despite the fact that Logan
he's
talks
one of the
about
best.
him. Yeah, he's
one
one of the
gonna
best.
catch us.
But again, he was always behind them. He
Yeah.
was never close to them. He was like they wanted him to feel like a threat, but literally until the last second when he shows back up, never
Which
felt
was
like
good.
a threat. It was.
When he does show back up, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot about you.
But
I thought we dealt with you already.
But literally at no point before. Again, there were times there's some cool like gun shooting, but even that I never felt like I should be worried about that guy. So Francis 7 should
Despite
just have
his meth-fueled rage, wasn't much of a threat.
and didn't really again like we were talking about like they padded this movie for time, but really they should have just been cutting shit.
Yeah, it didn't.
They could have cut shit left and right to make a story.
Well, again, didn't.
In the book, Francis existed for a reason, and it was because he was actually the old man. Like like in a weird way. We won't even get into the details. We'll save that for the Patreon special when we read the book.
Yeah.
But there was no two characters. There was definitely just the one. It was essentially all Francis. So
it was me, Austin.
So if you're getting rid of that, let's just get rid of Francis.
Yeah, just get rid of Francis. Or dial his character down to where he's just his buddy that's like, man, I can't believe you're doing that. Don't have him chase him down through the whole fucking movie.
It could have just been a generic team of Sandmen.
Yeah.
For how little it impacted anything.
But we couldn't have the sex gas bomb scene.
I guess you're right. You're right. No.
Hey,
no best
Logan,
friend means
give me my screamer back. She's mine now, man.
No best friend means no crazy sex
parties.
Too true. Touche, sir. Touche.
Who hasn't had a sex gas party with their bestie, right?
Apparently no one in the future. It's just, well, no, I don't know if it was as common as we think because Jessica seemed pretty pissed off when it happened.
Oh yeah, that's true.
She
She
bolted.
immediately bolted.
And that's coming from somebody who signed up for
The
the
sex
Tinder
Tinder
switch.
thing.
Yeah. So I mean, it might be worse than we think, Bo. It
Hollow
might be worse
Tinder.
than we think. But yeah, so like we were like we hinted at, and is a good point to go back to. They get to the old man. In the books, this would have been like a weird version of Francis. In this, it's just they just changed it completely.
Yeah,
really.
it's just
He's just a guy who represents the old world.
Yeah.
Right? Like he represents what is no longer. He represents.
He was allowed to age naturally. He was born naturally.
Well, and he mentions that there were other people. So again,
somewhere, I don't know.
Here's the thing. So that
he never really gives you a clear
that
answer.
does let us know that there has something has been going on outside. Like you said, like it's not irradiated, but maybe low levels.
Maybe I don't
Something's
know.
affected.
There's
fertility rates.
There can't have just been the two people who escaped.
No,
this whole time.
he was definitely implying that there was like that his parents knew other people.
So there's like a small little community of
or there
people,
was. I'm trying to get you to understand. Yeah,
left.
like it's totally feasible that what you want to believe and him being the only one don't have to be separate. They can be together. They can be one theory.
Real humanity came that fucking
Yeah,
close.
that's what I'm saying. Like there's still, but what I'm getting at is we don't actually know what the reason is, and we never find out. So technically, Logan thinks he's about to free his people.
Yeah.
He couldn't possibly live peacefully himself, even
knowing
though the stone is shut off,
just,
knowing that everybody else is still dealing with the same thing. He needs to go back and he needs to set his people free. But my point here is they don't know.
Right.
They could be dooming their society.
Right. As soon as they leave the dome, it's just high levels of
Maybe
radiation
now,
kills everybody.
Like before, they were all committing to dying at 30. Maybe the robot did that because the AI did that because radiation was killing everybody off at 22. Like it was the AI was giving them 8 extra years. The AI was already like, I'm already helping.
The old man's a fluke. He has some weird genetic
mutation
that we can't take advantage of.
You should watch the 100. He has night blood. That's
that's
what
that's good. I forgot about that.
He has night blood. He can stand the radiation.
We should get to work on that, man. Somebody artificially create that so we can just walk through nuclear radiation.
But so the old man though, and again, that's all we ever get from him. The old man, he lives in the remnants of Washington D.C. I love this.
I did too.
This was great.
Bitching about the miniatures. Whoever painted the matte paintings, fantastic.
Oh, dude, most of DC was great.
They look
I've got
great.
no problem. Like, again, this goes back to what I already said. The future is the problem because if you want us to buy into something like that, it needs to look really good. We can fill in the gaps of things we know. We know DC.
Because I could tell it was a matte painting,
but it was good.
But it was really good, especially compared to the fucking miniatures in the beginning. So I was like, oh, I'm so happy about all this.
Our heads can fill in the gaps,
right? Even
that's
the over the shoulder shot of the Lincoln Memorial, I was like, I can still tell it's a matte painting, but it looks really good.
I loved some of the nice touches we got about them not knowing old society,
right?
Seeing the tombstones. What are these?
Beloved wife, beloved husband.
What are those words? What do you think these things are here for? And then we immediately basically get to find out. He's like, Francis shows up and he gets fucking killed in the fight. And the old man's like, we must bury him. Yep. Bury?
What the fuck?
And then
we did my parents.
We see them all hunched over back at the same cemetery they were reading those things at. And they're like
right next to the same
tombstone. They're like, oh.
I get it now.
Oh,
this leads into Logan's like, I can't live with myself if I can't tell everybody else.
But like I said, could possibly be dooming because he doesn't know enough science to know.
Because they had just promised the old man that they would bury him.
Well, he didn't know that. In all fairness, she
did it. That's fair.
She said it to him second. Like he made his decision, and she made hers, and then he was like, "So I'm telling you, I gotta go back." And she's like, I just told him though.
And he's such a sweet old man.
And that's basically the conversation. Like the old man comes in, and that's basically the conversation. He's like, But I just got promised.
Right, like what kind of fucking people are you?
Immediately, though, I'll give Logan props. It wasn't even Jessica. Logan goes, come with us.
It's a genius idea, because if they see you, the
It's
old man,
proof. It's
they're going to
ultimate
believe
proof.
me for what I have to say.
Less than 3 minutes later, they ditch him,
At the fucking aqueduct thing.
not knowing if they'd be able to bring people outside the dome.
Right, because you get the sense that they're lying to him when they're like, look, we'll come back. We'll send everybody out to see you. And he's
Well,
like, oh, okay. And I'm like,
Maybe not even lying, just that, but 100% they didn't know because
Yeah, they didn't really believe they would
There's
be
no,
able to.
as far as we know, there's no like front door. We don't even know how those people were walking out after said craziness that happens.
Yeah, here
They
in a
just,
minute.
They just walk out.
There's a hole. Everything's blown up. There's a big hole in the wall, and they all just ran through the nearest one to get away. And they were so fucking mind blown when they got out there that they all were just like, outside? Fuck, there's an old man. I skipped ahead a little bit.
No, it's okay because we're not. That's old format. We don't need to be thinking that way. I was just making fun because like there's there's no real resolution there. What the ending is that he makes the AI blow up by saying there is no sanctuary.
But that doesn't compute.
But I feel like the AI already kind of knew that. Right?
Yeah, I feel like
because the AI was just like they're all unaccounted for.
Just 1970s not knowing how computers work. The computer nowadays would have just been like, there is no sanctuary. It would have been like, oh, okay, that tracks with this information that I have over here I wasn't sure about. Confirmed data. Sanctuary doesn't exist. Thank you, Agent Logan. You get your 4 years back.
That might.
And then they shoot that Jessica chick in the face because she knows too much.
The AI was so dumb and it's weird that I couldn't understand and process. But can we talk about how fucking crazy the weird mind reading tech was?
It looks so cool. I loved the little like hologram.
Why were we not doing more of the mind reading tech?
That was so awesome.
Like they're downloading, purging, whatever the fuck they called it. I don't even remember.
It was so fucking cool.
That was some interesting stuff, dude. Like the red. It was like the red green layered on top of each other, but they kept distorting the red and green in separate ways, right? Like
and
so
it was
they
like spinning at
the
the
red
same time
and fatten the green, and
then they layered the fucking different responses over top of each other. So it's just this cacophony.
You start hearing, no. I don't believe it. Sanctuary does not exist.
Sanctuary.
No, you must fight them.
There's an old man.
Beauty.
Until the machine just finally just gives up and explodes.
And doors that didn't exist open. And they go outside.
They all just run outside. Not in a panic. Nice orderly fashion. They all just kind of walk up to the dope aqueduct set thing.
Texas.
Yeah,
Texas.
we need to go there. I want to go see this thing. It's fucking cool.
Pictures on socials.
But the people, the shit's exploding. They should be running out in a panic. I don't care if they are outside for the first time. They just calmly walk up to the old man like, oh, hey, shit's blowing up over there. How are you doing, old guy?
It was nighttime, right, when they ran out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't daylight anymore, so it's not like they were being taken aback. They weren't taken aback by the warmth.
Yeah,
they weren't like,
what's that? It's the sun.
It's so warm.
No, they're just like, there's an old man next to a fire. It was the fire. They don't have fire
that was new
inside.
Too. No,
they're like, what is?
No, because remember when the old man made it for the two of them, and they were both like, and he's like,
that's worth its weight in gold.
Yes, I love his. He said, look, next time when you're cold, you're really gonna like it. Right. I was just like, stop it right now, you fucking crotchety old dude.
I loved the old man. The old man
he
was the best part of the whole movie.
The one rewrite that I'll agree with. Again, we'll save the rest of it for when we get to a book. But I 100%. I don't know how. When we get to the book, we'll find out how the Francis is actually another person
thing
was supposed to work. But losing out on the old man,
the old man was awesome.
Unless you tell me that when Francis makes his like bold turn into the other person,
he Mission Impossible masks off, and he's the old man underneath.
He starts to be like, unless that's what happens, I'm gonna have an issue
with his little rhymes and shit.
Most of it's Tennyson, I think I read somewhere. Like those are like
those are actual poems.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're like Intelligent writing. I'm just too stupid.
No, it's not
I
even
guess.
intelligent writing. I think I read somewhere that the dude just
did that.
yeah, he was just like
Just
a
intelligent.
lot of the old man was just off the cuff.
Intelligent actor. There it is.
But again, if you want a crazy old man, would you want the? I mean, you want it to be off the cuff.
Yeah.
He didn't need to make sense. Nothing about his character.
Would-
Like there were only like 3 lines that were important for him to tell.
When they decide to take him with them to go back, and there's like the 3 different scenes of them just like going through different places, and each time he's just talking constantly.
All of it.
I
off
would
the
have just
cuff,
been
dude.
like, "Oh my god, shut the fuck up!"
But that's great that if that's the vibe you got, that's what you wanted.
Right.
You want him to be the old because
And I get it because he's never had anybody else to talk to. I
it's
understand.
perfect. It's perfect because think about it, like he's never had anyone to talk to, so he's gonna do that old man thing more.
Yeah.
But they've never been around old people, so,
So
they're
they're-
also really interested.
Yeah, I know that
in
was the other
hearing
thing.
it.
You like expect them to be like, God,
No, but they
like
were
me.
glued to
They're
it.
just like
They're
laughing,
glued.
like, "Oh, that's great."
Tell me more
man."
about a beloved wife.
They used to call this a road, right?
Oh no, that was funny.
What were the little metal
He
things
said they
have
used to call
pay?
this a road, and we used to travel in metal boxes.
Shut up. No, we didn't.
Oh,
Swear to God, man.
okay.
What's God? We'll do that later.
Well, we've already touched that.
Yeah.
The movie definitely is a world that, if there's religion, the only religion we see, like we said, which is kind of a cool touch, is the Ankh.
Yeah.
Although,
Do like a
my
good
next
honk.
question to you about this before we get to what's the thing. What is the deal with that Ankh though, dude? Right? Like why who made that technology? Like who made the thing that scans
it
into
and
a
opens
wall?
the door.
Like when they did all that, they end up connecting to the other people running the way to Sanctuary.
Yeah.
No, that's after them.
Yeah, that's after him. They tell them there
So
will
who
be a
made
message.
that, and what was the purpose of that?
I have no idea.
Because the movie never addresses anything about like the in-between layer, right?
The cult leader's underling lieutenant
Look, I'm telling you right now.
saw through the bullshit and decided to engineer a way out.
Now
if
that-
people wanted it.
Listen, now that I've dropped the 100 connection too, that makes that all make even more sense.
there
Because
you
that's
go.
one of the ways to get to the future
There
from
you
the
go.
100 was through the cult and their
weird bullshit,
bunker. Here we go. It is apparently this is the 100 is like a alternate universe.
It's an alternate
take
loose,
of
loose
this.
sequel to Logan's Run.
It's a sequel to Logan's World or whichever one was the alternate reality.
Yeah, there you go.
We've moved too far away from that for me to go back in my notes. But
I like that
we
did
already
that at
said
the
this
same
for sure.
time.
It's good. We definitely got to the end of our journey, minus our segment, which is so much fun.
I love this. It's my favorite part of the show.
It's so much fun. I'm glad that we did this.
Yeah,
I like
me
it.
too.
It's
I like
good.
this too.
And it's good to have a named segment.
Right?
So, Bo, let me ask you, what's the thing?
The thing this week that bothered the absolute piss out of me, nothing really about the movie, despite all the plot holes we've pointed out.
The massive
I love
number.
this movie. I'll watch it anytime. I have no problem with any of these plot holes. The thing that bothered me is sometimes shit doesn't need an HD redo. It takes away from the movie. I could see every cord, every piece of wire, the pyro boxes for the explosions. You could see those. I guarantee you, if I had a VHS copy, I wouldn't have seen those things.
I definitely think you're right because, okay, there are plenty of movies from when I was a kid that when I watch now, I realize I'm coming at with harder eyes, right?
Yeah.
But this one was so different that I agree with you. I feel like it really
didn't
lost
benefit.
something.
It didn't benefit from the HD redo. Just keep it the janky, fuzzy VHS.
Well, dude, that's what I was gonna say though. This
that
one's
gives
not even,
it a charm.
This one's not even an HD redo though. This is like it was
480p.
480p, dude. Like that's not even
I
HD.
want shitty CRT
No,
TV
that's
footage.
What I'm telling you is we need to buy ourselves a tube TV for when we're watching movies this old. It needs to be just like in the back room that we can plug in for something
there
that's
you go.
pre 1984.
I'm for it, man. We need to build like a VHS collection. Get back into that. Physical
Oh.
media, fuck digital.
But yeah, I agree with you, dude. Like again, like we already mentioned, like the miniatures. I feel like the miniatures were better on a TV back in the day.
When I was a kid, I didn't notice.
uh,
I did not pick out
I
that they were
definitely-
shitty.
like the miniatures maybe weren't all around better, but the strings
Yeah, I definitely didn't see the
moving
fucking
the
strings
tubes and stuff way better. I didn't see
during
those.
the carousel scene, you could see every single one of those guys on their fucking little wires going up.
I agree. There was a big problem
Yeah,
with
so
this
that is
one.
that's
High
my
def
thing.
did not, or bigger TVs, or like
Something.
whatever the problem is.
Digital redo.
The
whatever.
difference between watching it today and watching it when I was 7 on the Sci-Fi Channel's 95th rerun of it in a row is definitely there.
Yeah.
That's I can back you up. I'll attest to that.
Nice, thank you, Shane. What's your thing?
This is gonna seem so like this is the we always like
Is
to
this
prove
petty?
Well, this is like
Is it
we
petty and arbitrary?
we always like to
Ooh,
prove
dish. I like it.
we always like to prove like the grands like like
there's
how
there's a
big
huge
this
scale
can be
to
of
this
what's
thing.
the thing. Sometimes it's silly, sometimes it's petty, sometimes it's this, sometimes it takes you out of the movie, sometimes it's just goofy.
Something you couldn't stop thinking about.
This one is one of those. It's petty, but it really does bother it bothers me more than it should. I'll I'll go there. It bothers me
for it,
way
man.
more than it should. So they go to see Box, right?
Yeah.
Already skimpy costumes for the girls.
Through the whole movie,
Eh.
you can see through these things.
And
And underwear.
They even found a
Apparently not a
reason in
thing.
this scene to make her take that thing off. Less clothes. For a split second, they put the furs over top.
It makes sense if you are cold.
No, that I'm
Totally
good.
tracks.
I'm good with that. That makes sense, right? They took them off because they were like
We're
they
gonna
just
freeze
got
to
out of
death.
water.
Yeah.
Take those off. Put the furs on. They talked to Box for less than 5. Again, the scene with Box is less than 5 minutes. So they talked to Box for
30
like
seconds.
2 minutes tops, right?
He rolls in with the "I'm ready for you, humans."
And then he says, "Follow me." And they say, "Okay." And then put the clothes back on that they just said they had to take off,
before they froze to them.
which means they are now sitting out in less like like there's no body heat on them.
They dried.
No, they turned into an icicle.
It's so cold that as soon as they took it off, the steam differential, all of the water just sublimated instantly.
They put those on, and ice literally would have shattered off of them.
They would have picked it up like it had just been solid.
Why couldn't they have just
You ever see the video of somebody taking like the
Yes,
frozen
yeah.
blue jeans and throwing them?
like? My question is just like, why couldn't they have just put the again like they
yeah,
were-
just wrap the furs
wrap the
around
furs
you.
around them.
It's better than
look
nothing.
like barbarians?
Yeah.
It would have made the walk out to the old man would have been great in barbarian wear. Think about that. Like,
Yeah, that would have been cool.
He'd have thought time travelers showed up
Right.
with the limited past knowledge he had. That would have made for it. That's how we got rid of our other scenes.
Yeah,
like
there you go.
we saw
We
our
skip
other
all
scenes
this. We
with
just
that.
do from the
We
elevator.
get rid of the extra Francis
Right.
that we said we didn't need. With that, you know what I'm saying? Like, God damn it.
Damn it.
All right, guys. So this was fun. I
love
had a
this movie.
blast. Don't let all of our
Yeah,
I know
we
our
seem,
dickery.
I know we seem negative and like pedantic as fuck, but I do love this movie, and
I had a great
if
time.
we're hanging out,
Listen,
you want to watch it? I'm down.
Listen to the inflection in our voices.
Yeah.
We're excited still. We're not here talking like we just watched the piss poorest movie of all time.
No, if you want like a real, I wish I could remember the name of it. There's some 70s, 80s sci-fi movie that's really fucking shitty. They find like this like roving truck thing that has like triangle wheels. It's really dumb, but it lives rent free in my
We'll
head.
find it.
I hope
And it will
so.
definitely be
I
something
hope
we'll
so.
do at some point.
It's weird. Somebody, if you know,
leave it in the
triangle
comments. Help
wheels,
us
and the
find
wheels
this.
just rotate when it runs into shit, and they have it's like a train thing.
Help us find
It's
this.
fucking stupid, but I want to know what it is.
All right, though, before we finish everything up, the beer. Goddamn Sawstone, we love you
Sawstone
guys.
kills it every time.
Cave Run.
Cave Run.
Big shout out to
Moorhead.
local lake, local town, local everything here. This is a fun one. I'm glad we had such a fun movie. This was one of those. So we should mention, they've been doing. I think we said before they're doing like an almanac, a beer a month. We've missed one, and as long as it's on the menu, we're gonna try to get it, guys. Leave us alone. We had so much fun with like a big row of movies that we didn't have a way to work anything in. And then when we finally stopped, we kind of just want, like, we have a movie even lined up for the one we missed.
I've never seen that one either.
But we just really wanted to do Logan's Run. Yeah, it's fun. I like Logan's Run.
It's a great fucking movie. If you haven't watched it, why did you watch our show first? Dumbass, go watch the movie.
Hopefully, if you haven't watched it and you did watch us first, we made you want to go watch it. Yeah,
we made you want to go watch it.
I hope that nothing we said implied to you that we wouldn't want you to go watch it, because that's the opposite. Despite what I know we said.
If you took that stance, you watch movies wrong and you're wrong. And
I know the words.
We're not friends.
I know the words that came out of our mouth, but I know the intention that we had with those words.
Exactly. That's all that matters.
Right? Like, so please.
Intent is everything.
So on that, our intention is watch this movie. If you happen to come locally to us, try this beer. Go down there. It's
a great place.
It's a fun place. It's a good environment.
Me and my
friends. Very
friends.
rarely do we get to say that about the brewery, because normally we're picking up beer from a liquor store. So like when we can be like, the environment's dope.
Super
Check
dope.
it out. On that, I will say we've got some special stuff brewing that we might be able to do some more stuff like this with another place.
I like it. More breweries.
More things. More things in the works.
Are we going to be friends?
Also, as of recording this, tomorrow. For us, tomorrow.
Yeah, for us, tomorrow.
For you guys,
it's already
a couple of
happened.
days ago.
But we'll have stuff.
But we will be at a movie premiere.
Yeah, we got invited to do real
big boy stuff.
Like big boy shit, right? Like I don't know what to say. Like real movie people stuff.
So yeah, like we still don't. You'll hear a little bit from us in the next episode, but we might be recording. Like, if you guys want Patreon stuff, this is where we're officially getting into. Patreon might have some bonus
decent
material
stuff.
Because this is bonus material, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not an episode.
I don't know. It might be worth putting on the actual channel.
Look, if we watch them, no, stuff about it will be on the regular channel. I mean, if we wanted to do like a full this, that would be like a Patreon, right? Like, but all of the other, like, we want to help promote them, so that would be on the channel, right? But like, where we will also want to be like, guys, we're doing stuff that's not what we normally do. Patreon, you guys heard the behind the scenes conversation about how we do this. Here's to that. Bo, what are we gonna do next? Oh, wait. Oh. I also remember what we need to say, and I know if we don't stop now, we'll forget. As of today, we are also 2 episodes, because we're finished with this one.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
This one's over.
This is important.
This one's over now.
Yeah.
So me and Bo are really horrible people. We don't think about
monsters, really.
We don't think about things like this sometimes.
Yeah. So like, if you have any kind of OCD,
well, you might remember
with it.
You might remember last year we did a 50th episode celebration, but then we took a week off, and then came back and did 2 episodes and said season 2 starts now.
Yeah,
weird.
There's 52 weeks in a year.
No, I get it. I know why, but technically we went 53 because we took a week off. Shh. I know.
Magic week that doesn't exist.
I know our thought behind it. I know what happened, but we can't not address the weird. But on that, it also is the reason why we almost forgot. We're almost at 100 episodes, guys.
No way.
This episode is 98.
Shut up.
So we have something special planned for 100. The connection to the beer is going to be a little weak.
Nah, it's totally fine. He speaks Spanish multiple times.
That's all you get to say. We're not giving them too much. We're not announcing that one yet. I just wanted to let them know we have special things planned.
Lots of Spanish in different movies.
I know. Like I said, that's all you get. No more. Now we're going to talk about next week. I just wanted them to know we do have something special for 100.
Stuff is coming. 100th episode.
We barely remembered, but we did.
We did. We caught it before it happened.
And it is coming.
We didn't scramble day of.
So be ready for that. But on that, I think the next movie we have is a great one to segue into our 100. Really,
I think it is too. It's
kids.
really good.
It's
Yeah,
like that 80s kids vibe.
80s
Again,
kids movie.
if people figure it out, they figure it out. If they
Yep.
don't, they don't. Also, the reason we had to do this one before Bo tells us the beer, we saw while we were on our last beer run that this one was celebrating
Celebrating an
40th anniversary.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh shit. Well, we got to find something.
Come on,
So this is, we're
Facebook,
doing it.
be on top of your shit more.
Yeah, just tell us a week ahead.
Mhm.
So we're doing the Explorers. I love the Explorers.
I love that movie too.
It's great. Ethan Hawke, River Phoenix, little kids. Gotta love it. Space travel.
They get to go to space, which is what we all wanted to fucking do when we were kids.
But so we saw that it was an anniversary. We were like, well, I hate that we're seeing today. Like, it was literally day of beer run was the day of the anniversary. So we're like, oh, well, we can't do it. We can't release it for
could have told me that 2 weeks ago. God damn
But
it.
we're doing it now. But then as if it was like sent from the gods. You guys know. You guys
There
know.
was a beam of light.
Like, just because we knew that it was doesn't mean we were going to find the beer. But we were like, well, we have to do
Gotta
that
find
now.
something,
and
right?
when we were like, we have to do that now, Bo looks down and he says, I found
Peach Space Machine from New Holland Brewing, who I am pretty sure has been on the show before.
If you can't get... No, definitely. I recall the symbol.
Right.
I'd have to look back
have
on
to
my
look,
notes
but I am
to find out what it was.
Way to fucking come through for us. Last ditch, man.
The
Hell
only thing that
yeah.
would make this better is if instead of red, the Explorer's ship had peach on it. That's the only thing that would make this better.
Right.
But like literally,
Do they
like,
take peaches with them?
we'll have
Gotta
to
have
because they had
food.
snacks
Gotta
on
have
the
food
ship.
or
Well,
like
we'll have to pay attention.
canned peaches or something.
We're gonna look. Maybe this has a multi-layer
If it
like
does,
this one did, and we
if
didn't
it does,
know.
the gods approved even more. Odin himself looked down and went, "Yes."
Well, I mean,
my
the fact that we
sons."
found this right at like again, like this is the opposite.
No shit, like
It's the
right-
opposite of how we
were
say.
driving when
It's-
you
yeah.
told me about the fucking anniversary, and I was like,
It's-
"Well, we got to find something."
It's the opposite of how we say we like to do it. We
Right.
like to look in, find the things, and be like, I think of this movie when I see that name. This one was like, we need,
This was the hard way.
and we still found it immediately, dude. It was a
So,
sign.
New Holland Brewing, Peach Space Machine. We're gonna be doing the
Explorers.
Explorers
We will
next
see
week.
you next week. But before we go, one last thing. Bo, do you have anything out to close us with?
Like, comment, subscribe, especially on Facebook. We're so close to getting money on that one, and I would love to get paid to do this, even if it's pennies on the dollar.
I keep cutting you off when you're doing this. I keep meaning to not do it anymore, but you keep saying the thing where I'm like, oh, let me give the actual number for us. We are now 13 people away, guys.
13. Come on,
13.
you guys got one friend that isn't listening
Yeah.
to us. Just tell
Tell
them
them to
Facebook,
like us.
YouTube,
They can
Spotify.
look,
Hit
like
those
it.
3 and we're good.
Like it on Facebook and hit ignore
Yeah, just
for all I care.
just follow us. I don't
Give
a
me
fuck.
the like though, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even want to be that person. Do follow us. Follow us on YouTube and don't hit the bell button for all I care, right?
Right, just give us the sub. A little bit of help, all we need.
A little bit goes a long way.
It really does.
I'm not asking for 100% full dedication, guys. I'd like it,
I would, but yeah, I'll take half-assed right now.
but I'm
That's
a realist.
fine.
I'm a
I
realist.
get it. I'm lazy too. I don't subscribe.
I have YouTube channels I watch religiously
And
that
I'm not
I've not hit the bell
subscribed to.
button for.
I'm not even subscribed to some of them. I'm the worst.
All right, well we gotta stop on that note. We
I'm
don't
a
want to
fuck-
give them. We
Yeah.
don't want to give them any more.
We'll leave on me being a fucking monster. I'll see you guys next time. That red's gonna run.